This is a chart with ninth Rasi as Lagna, Sagittarius, Dhanur Rasi as Lagna. In the Lagna, we have first Lord, seventh Lord, Mercury, and ninth Lord, Sun, posted in the first house. And the trine to this house, we have first Lord, fourth Lord, Jupiter, posted in the fifth house, according to the Vedic. And Saturn here is retro, and he is the second and the third Lord, posted in the fifth house. Opposite to Karaka of job, we have Moon here, who is the eighth Lord, posted in the 11th house. Now, Rahu is in the Saturn star, and therefore Rahu will also give the results of Saturn, and Rahu is posted in the 8th house. And Saturn is Venus is also in the Saturn star, and so Venus will also give the results of the Saturn. So there is a combination of, because moon is dispositor of Rahu, so the 8th Lord is also connected to Rahu here, direct connection. So Saturn is connected to 8, Saturn is connected to 12, and Saturn is aspected by 8 and also connected to 8. So there is this strong, powerful Saturn himself is posted in 8, and there is this strong 5, 8, 12 connection. 12 is coming from the star lord of Saturn, 5 is the position of the Saturn himself, and Rahu himself is in the Saturn star. So Rahu is posted in 8, and Rahu will also give the results of 8, and Saturn will also give the results of Rahu. So this 5, 8, 12 connection is pretty strong in this case. And also 8th Lord is aspecting the Karaka of job, which is Saturn. So this Moon and Saturn connection is also very precarious for the job. Either the job will not come, or these houses need to be utilized in order to get the job properly. The job lord, 7th Lord and 10th Lord Mercury, is posted in the first house, and he is in trine with Saturn. Now there is another important point in this chart, which is Mars and Saturn are in exchange. Once Saturn goes here, he comes to the Mool Trikon Rasi, and Mars, once he goes to this place, it becomes his own house. Therefore, this is a very strong, even though it is a third lord and fifth lord exchange, this is a very good exchange where both the planets go to their original places. Now again, once again, we can see that Mars is again 5th Lord and 12th Lord. Even if Mars comes here, the 8 connection, the moon aspecting the Mars, will again give another round of 5, 8, 12 combination to this chart. So 5, 8, 12 through Saturn is also seen, and 5, 8, 12 once Mars comes here, because Mars is 5th Lord and the 12th Lord posted in the 5th house. So 5 and 12 become once more very prominent even after the exchange. Before the exchange, the story is something which is having 5, 8, 12 combination. After exchange also, due to the aspect of the 8th Lord, this becomes a 5, 8, 12 combination once again. Same Kichdi Pakraha hai, and also this is 5, 8, 12 is a very bad combination for a person who is in search of a job, because 5, 8, 12 is poverty, and 5, 8, 12 is also absence of job. So to make a long story short, we can see that with Mars also it is 5, 8, 12, because moon is aspecting this house, and with Saturn also this is a 5, 8, 12. Saturn posted in 8, moon aspecting the Saturn, and Saturn in the star of Venus, which is in the 12th house. So once again we can see that it is a 5, 8, 12 combination. We can see that 5 is continuous education, 8 is research, and 12 is a laboratory. So the person isolation, the person can get income from this combination by utilizing the 5, 8, 12 houses. Unless the houses are satisfied and utilized, this person, it's very difficult for this person to settle in a 2, 6, 10 job. 2, 6, 10 are job houses, and 5, 8, 12 always negate these houses very strongly, and hence this person, particularly the 10th lord is in the first house. So 1 is negation of the 2, and Saturn the Karaka is in the 5th house, which is negation of 6, and 8 and 12 we know they are poverty houses. That is, the person will not have income of his own through a job. Coming to BNN, we can see that the 1, 5, 9 trine is one aspect, and the 2, 6, 10 trine also is another aspect. We can see that 2, 6, 10 has only Ketu, and there is no planet here and no planet in the 10th house. So 2, 6, 10, the job houses are not getting adequate support in this chart. It is very clear. And Ketu here in the 2nd house is no doubt strong, but the dispositor is once again Saturn, and the same story of 5, 8, 12 is recurring. And let us see what is the star of Ketu. Ketu is in the moon star, again the 8th lord. So once again 2, 8, 11, which is if you have to get money, it is only through research based, taxation, insurance, auditing, or mining, etc., etc. You have to use Ketu and moon. This is also astrology. You can get income from these fields, or also Ketu is also treatment, medical treatment. For any chart, we know that the first pada of Sun goes into Aries. So 2nd, 3rd and 4th come into the Taurus sign, So 3 padas of Sun, 4 padas of Moon, and 2 padas of Mars come into this Taurus sign. So let us mark here. These 3 are Sun, these 4 are Moon, and next 2. The Taurus sign ends here. This is the point. So the 3 padas of Sun come here, 2, 3 and 4, and 4 padas of Moon come here, which is Rohini 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 2 padas of Mrugasira, Mars star, first pada and second pada come under this Taurus line. This is the Taurus box. And for Gemini also, you can see that the Mars 2 padas are here, so it will come here. 3 and 4 will come into the Gemini sign, and the 4 padas of Rahu, 1, 2, 3, 4, and from here to here we complete the Navansha of 1 to 12. This is most important. 1 to 12, which is the 3 padas or 3 stars. Completely 3 padas of 3 stars. 4 padas of each of 3 stars, that is 12 padas. And next 3 padas of Jupiter are here, 1, 2 and 3. So this ends the 7 stars piled up in the first row of our SBC cycle. So I have covered only this part, Taurus and Gemini, just in order to understand the 1 to 12 component of the Navansha system. Now sir is teaching us up to the 6 steps of Mahadasha system. Mahadasha Lord, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Dasha, Prana Dasha and Deha Dasha Lords. Here we can see that the 7th and the 10th Lord, the job Lord, is operating at the Deha, that is the second's last part, few seconds. This gives years, this gives 1 or 2 years, and this gives few days or months. Here comes the months, and here comes the days. The days components ends here. Here it comes to the hours, and here it comes to the seconds of the prediction part. And this is the Dasha Lords operating in at the time of the interview: Saturn, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Venus, Mercury. Now let me explain once again. Saturn is in the star of Venus, Jupiter is in the star of Ketu, Saturn is in the star of Venus, and Mars is in the star of Mars, Venus is in the star of Saturn. There is an exchange of nakshatras for Saturn and Venus, and Mercury is in the star of Ketu. He is the second lord, so money is coming, and he is the 6th and 11th lord posted in the 12th house. We can see that it is 6 and 11 operating in the 12th house, and Mars is posted in the 3rd house, and Saturn is posted into the 5th house. Now, how did the person go to the interview? Why was the interview successful? Saturn is the Mahadasha Lord, and we have to pick the 3 stars of Saturn, which are Pushya, Anuradha, and also Uttarabhadra. These are the Saturn stars. Next comes the Jupiter, and Jupiter set is Punarvasu, Vishakha, and Purvabhadra. These are the 3 sets. Again Saturn is operating. Next comes Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Again Saturn is the same loop. Again Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttarabhadra. As I told you, the person will get the job only if the 8th house is in operation. And see, the 8th house ka Mahadasha is going on. Saturn is the lord of the 8th cusp. So in the 8th cusp, Rahu is sitting, and Rahu is in the star of Saturn. That we should not forget. And where is this Rahu? The Rahu is in the 3rd cusp. So he will obviously, this is yahan se 2nd. So yahan se 2nd. If he is in the 3rd, he will see the 2nd. So sitting here, Rahu will aspect 3 and 6. 3 and 6. The interview to earn money. This is important here. And Rahu is sitting here in a good Navansh, which is 3 by 7. 3 by 7 and 3 by 6. And on the day of the interview, both Venus, the job lord, because Venus is the 6th lord of the chart and 11th lord of this chart. So, and Jupiter, who is the Lagnadipati, 1st lord and the 4th lord. All these 2 combinations are approaching the 8th cusp of research. They are coming on to the 8th cusp. This 8th cusp is totally active. 8th cusp is midpoint. So remember, the 4 this side and 4 this side are activated. And here we should understand that here Jupiter is there, and here it is Jupiter, here it is Venus, and Venus is directly aspecting the 10th lord, who is sitting just opposite here, natal 10th lord. Transit Venus is operating on the natal 10th lord, and transit Jupiter operating on the natal Lagna and also SBC Jupiter, who is the Lagnesh. So there is this powerful combination of the Lagna. The 1st house is getting involved very seriously. The job lord is engaging the person in an interview. Mercury is again communication, interview, and all these things. And also he is the job lord. He is the 10th lord of profession. We can see that transit moon is also on the Lagna. Going on the Lagna and going into the 2nd house. And also tipping the natal sun, who is the 9th lord of higher research. Both Jupiter and Venus must be involved to get anything good in life. This is also seen from this. And here we have SBC Rahu. You can see it is SBC Ketu, and Ketu is the 2nd lord. We know that he has to give the money for this person. And here both Venus and Jupiter are aspecting either sides of Ketu, because as I already told you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th house. So Venus is sitting here and aspecting the 3rd and the 3rd by 3rd, the interview, and Jupiter here is aspecting the other side of Ketu. This part is taken care of by Venus, and this part is taken care of by Jupiter. Jupiter and Venus. This is called Shubhakartri of Ketu, the 2nd lord, who is the lord supposed to give the money to this person. And Ketu, we should not forget that Ketu is also research. And here Ketu is giving a big promise. Transit Ketu is in the first star, so this side also the first star gets activated, and since he is on the third pada, here second pada will get activated, and 210 is again the indicator of job. We know that 2610 is important for job, research based job. Ketu is in the first star, so obviously Ketu's impact will be here. He will go into this first part and also to the here this part. And since here he is in the third component, here he will come on to the second component, and second component is here 2-6. Once again job set. 2-6-10 is job set. We should not forget that. Ketu is already promising 2-6-10. And on this particular day of 17th of August 10:36, this person has in fact joined the job, and you can see the beautiful tapestry of Venus. Transit Venus sitting on 2 and 10, the job lord, exactly the 10th cusp, midpoint of the 10th cusp, Bhava Madhya. Venus is occupying the 210 transit Venus. And since this is 2, here it should be 3, and 3 and 7 is also very good. Navansh. And we know that Uttarabhadra is again the Saturn star, and the Mahadasha Lord is being triggered by the job Lord here directly. Without the involvement of Jupiter, there is no chance of anything good happening in anybody's life. And you can see that Jupiter is undoubtedly on 4-8, and 8 is essential for research, and 4 is important for stability, and therefore Jupiter, as you can see here, it is in the, this is the first star and this is the second star. So when it comes here, you can see this is the first star and this is the second star. Jupiter's direct Veda is coming on to the SBC Saturn here. Jupiter is posted here, as you can see. Straightly it is hitting the Saturn. Okay, and again Saturn is triggering the Mercury star, which is the 10th lord of this chart, which I have already explained earlier. Again we can see that here Saturn, the Karaka of job, is flanked by, again he is in Shubhakartri. The 9th lord Sun, who is the luck lord, and the 10th lord Mercury is giving a Shubhakartri for Saturn, and Saturn is occupying the star of 10th lord here, Revati, on the day of joining. The Mahadasha Lord, the Antardasha Lord, and the Pratyantardasha Lord. The map is totally satisfied by second Lord Ketu, the job Lord, again the second Lord Ketu's dispository is Saturn, and second Lord is Saturn, and the job Lord is 10th Lord. So we can see all the 3 nakshatras are being satisfied, and in the opposite side, the main 6th Lord and 11th Lord, the income Lord and the job Lord Venus, is transiting on the exact Bhava Madhya of 10th cusp, midpoint of 10th cusp, on the date of joining the job. The 8th lord of the natal chart, Rahu, is also triggering here. Since it is the first nakshatra, this is the first nakshatra, this is the 4th pada, so first pada will be triggered. Obviously transit Rahu is triggering the second lord of income. We can see the beautiful arrangement of planets helping the person navigate through the admission into the job. Now Rahu here is in the first star here. So obviously the left Veda will go on to the first pada of the Mercury star here. This is Mercury. Again the 10th lord is activated by Rahu, and Rahu is the 8th lord in the chart. It is research related job, we can see. And Rahu is also triggering, transit Rahu is also triggering natal Mars. So this is a defense related job. Defense, Mars is defense. This is a DRDO job, hence the defense research job. We can see the research lord transpiring on the defense lord. See how beautiful SBC is working. If not, if there is no role of the defense, then Mars will only give pain to this native, because he is sitting on 4-8. 8 is research, Rahu is 8th lord. He will give pain with respect to job or the interview, because Mars is sitting in the third house, so he is also the interview lord. He is posited in the third house in the chart. So interview will give pain if the houses are not utilized so beautifully. You can see that the job is itself defense job, and Rahu itself is the research law. So defense research laboratory, the 12th house. So and Mars is also the 12th lord, that we should not forget, and it's a continuous learning process. So 5, 8, 12 houses need to be completely satisfied. And moon, since moon is also 8th lord, he is the lord of secrets. Therefore moon, if moon is not satisfied here, this will also lead to disappointment with respect to the interview. And we also see that in the natal chart, moon is totally sitting opposite to the karaka of job, Saturn, and there is an exchange. So Mars is also deemed to be present here, and so there is this opposition of moon and Mars in the chart. And if the moon is not used for purposes of secrets, then it will result in the loss of job, change of job, disappointment of job, because 8th house is basically disappointment. So unless all the houses are utilized, there is no chance of getting a job for this native, because 5, 8, 12 is very very deep and powerful in this chart, which is always a set for a formula set for disappointments with respect to any kind of interview. Since all the planets are satisfied in this context, the person has ultimately landed in the job.